Yeah, okay. Welcome to Talking Fail. With me, I have my regular guests and whatnot. Do we have to do the intro? Let's do the intro. Will?
What's up?
Derivative, at best.
Derivative, at best.
It's going to be one of those shows. All right, Tyler.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's up?
You're talking to me now.
Yep. Ethan?
I'm here.
Cool. And then Max.
Hey, coming at you from the comfiest chair in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put
Yes, you are.
put you off in the corner.
And yet, I'm pretty okay with it. Like, the cum factor on this thing is just...
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of bending the cushion when you sit on it, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not sitting correctly? Hang on. Here we go.
You don't say that to guests.
Not to the face.
That would be being a bad host, which you certainly were not when you offered him that.
From like 1 to 10, what would you say the cum factor is?
No.
you said?
See, I think you're misunderstanding me here, bud. It's the comf factor. It's the comf factor.
What is-
very, very important distinction.
Like 1 to 10, what is the cum factor?
Well, see, I think limiting it to a 1 to 10 scale is just it's impossible. There's so many different factors, but solid 9.5. Would have been 10 if there was an extra cushion behind me, but you know.
That's very
Um,
cum.
So I guess
Because I had this thought at about 3 p.m. today, so...
should we explain like who Max is if you don't recognize his voice from the
Well, sure.
1.5 episodes he's been
I don't
on?
know. I don't know if I should put words in Max's mouth. I mean, Max, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm turning the 9.5 into a 10. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
You got the extra pillow.
Oh, let me tell you. It made it all worth it. Hi, I'm Max. I make videos online. I try to make people laugh. I do my best. You know, I've gotten some mixed reviews. I came in on the 100th episode, and I briefly co-starred as Ja'am on one of the D&D podcasts, and I'm happy to be back. He still lives on in my heart, but
Oh yeah, I haven't killed him off. You know, he hasn't returned, so it's one of those things. If you don't see the dead body, then they're still alive.
Schrodinger's Ja'am.
Yeah.
There we go.
we gotta use that.
How's the channel going for you?
Oh, hey, you know what? It's going pretty darn well. I got to be honest. I'm currently working on a banger of a video, if I do say so myself, where I play some Roblocks. You know, that classical game.
My 5-year-old loves to play Roblox. He was just playing it today.
You know what? You said some pretty mean things about me, but my mama raised me right, and I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it.
Just saying, it's got a wide appeal.
That is certainly one way of putting it, isn't it? That is certainly one way.
What's the difference between Roblox and like Minecraft? Because I always think of Minecraft when I hear Roblox.
Oh, that is a can of frickin' worms you're opening with that question, but I'm prepared for it. Let's get this started. So, one of them, his name's Minecraft. The other one is Roblox. Very different. I mean, if we're starting off of like
thought about it that
the
way.
most surface level, different names of the game. Like, let's come on, Art. I would have believed in you a little bit more than that.
Look, I haven't played Roblox ever, and I've played a lot of Minecraft.
Oh, I see.
Are there pickaxes?
One of the Puritans. Well, there can be pickaxes. See, that's the wonderful thing about Roblox TM. Sponsored by Roblox. It's all about imagination. It's much less, in my opinion, limited than Minecraft. The whole premise is that they provide you basically a game engine and say, hey, make games for us. And it can range from things like auto-clicking, just spending 30 days to farm up virtual coins, all the way over to a complete recreation of Minecraft. So, you know, that's the
So you get one with the other.
Yeah, exactly. And Roblox is complete.
When I came home from work today, my son was playing Roblox, and he was playing a game where he was the designated killer. And he was basically all the other players had to go through an obstacle course, and my son would run along kind of in the controlled zone of the obstacle course with all the controls, and he would push the button and it would drop like a giant hammer on people or drop a bridge. And so they had to navigate the obstacle course while a human player is trying to actively murder all of the people in the group.
Sounds like Mario Party.
Yeah.
The technical term is death run.
Is that what that was? Okay.
It is death run.
I'm a good dad. I pay attention to what my kids are doing.
You're letting your kid be a killer like that? Come on, man.
We're playing
He
Death
won.
Run in here. Fine.
Whatever, kid. No, yeah. I mean, my son won, so I'm kind of proud.
I gotta be honest.
Successfully murdered everyone else in the.
I mean, the winner writes history. He's the good guy. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So, but yeah, there's a variety of games that you can play.
Absolutely.
What are you doing, Ethan? Do you want me just to mute you? Ethan has to do some work, like emails and stuff. So he's here, but
he's not all here.
he's not all like.
If I've been the whole time.
Because I was gonna make a joke of like, normally Ethan's here like 60% of the time. 60% of Ethan is here on a regular episode, and now that gets cut in half even more. I'd say you're like 30% with us.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and that's only.
Can you have like 30% of a participation trophy? Can we just shave it down? Now the
That's
question
what they should do with the remainder of the people who didn't get awards. They all split one trophy, and then whoever gets that gets the trophy. Like whoever wins the fight.
now when all those participants eventually grow old and start to die of natural causes, hopefully, do those portions of the trophy get redistributed to the rest of the people until there is one person left who is alive and gets the full trophy?
I think it gives them something to live for.
Okay.
so like a long-term battle royale. Almost.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Will, sorry, you have a question thing?
So after like 90 years, the one person will end up winning because everybody's going to die.
Sure.
Making them
And
the
he-
first winner.
And he wins. And
Yeah.
he gets the trophy. And they just set that on his grave.
Okay. Of the four of us, who's going to die first?
Well, we're excluding Max.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
Tyler, I hate to break it to you.
I am the oldest.
Tyler,
yes.
sit down. This is not going to be an easy conversation.
Hey,
Given that you asked the question, I feel it.
I look.
appropriate.
I'm okay with. I'm okay with my position in this whole situation. I will plan to take one of you with me, though, when the time
Well,
comes.
you two are brothers, so that makes sense. The Cardinals cancel each other out. Will seems fine with that.
I would like to not be canceled.
All right.
All right.
I was hoping
Okay,
that
well-
it would just be like murder-suicide with me and Ethan.
you're the last. Who's
Who's murdering? That is yet to be determined.
Who's suiciding?
Okay, well, if you set that up now,
It really
now it's a
doesn't
race.
matter.
We could just do a pact if you want.
I'm okay. I've signed a lot of contracts recently.
Just make it a double suicide.
I was hoping double murder.
Double murder works too. Assisted suicide.
Let's explore that idea a little bit. Now, have you
agree.
thought this out? Is this preconceived? Would you go like double knife at the same time?
I mean,
think
if I
we
was in that
do-
situation, I wouldn't trust the other person to pull the trigger or do the stab or whatever.
There's a trend I've noticed on YouTube as of late of people, vloggers, going on and finding the lowest rated establishment of particular thing, like the lowest rated barbershop, they go get a haircut. Lowest rated seafood restaurant, they go get lobster, things like that. I say we find the lowest rated eugenics doctor in the country. And then you go in,
Well,
you try and get an assisted suicide. You don't have to be
Lowest
eugenic.
rated hospce, maybe something like that.
I mean, what do they just like you? It's like 1 out of 1 star. I
Still
didn't
alive.
die. Still
Yeah.
alive. Yeah. Verified purchase.
We're not doing something like this if we can't get content out of
Right.
it.
True. Okay. So I got back to something actually interesting. Max, with your upcoming episode
Banger,
what's-
so to speak.
Oh yeah.
So it's Roblox based. What are you like? What I mean, are you just? Is it you playing the game and doing your commentary over it, or are you doing? Because I know you do your spot the hacker, and then there's sometimes where you're just playing with friends. What kind of format are we looking at for this one?
It's definitely a lot more casual. I've not figured out any way of doing a more structured thing of Roblox, because Roblox is just it's just a silly game, really.
Right.
So the upcoming video is me doing a live commentary, and it's mostly focused around Team Fortress 2 ripoffs, realistically.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking like that's the perfect way to branch
Transition
into.
in, yeah.
Because I've done 2 of these before, actually, and they performed about 4 times better than my normal videos, which is caused a little bit of introspection, if I'm honest. But but for both of the videos, I played on the same game. I think it's Typical Colors 2 compared to Team Fortress 2. Very, very original. I thought it was very clever. But everyone in the comments has just been asking, like, hey, you got to play this version. You got to play this version. And I had no idea. There's a cornucopia of Team Fortress 2 parodies and ripoffs. Ripoffs is a strong word, but I spent about an hour and a half just kind of hopping around to different ones. Reviewing's a strong word, but I'd be like, I don't know about this one, and compare it back to the original.
And comparing, yeah.
And I had this strange moment on one of the 3 that I was playing on where I realized, like, I'm enjoying this more than actual Team Fortress 2, which I'm still processing those emotions, cards on the table, but I'm gonna see where those goes.
I mean, how long have you been doing Team Fortress stuff?
Oh man,
in your channel?
On the current channel since 2014, but I've been playing the game since 2012.
But that's still a long time with one game, and switching over would be a big deal.
And the audience is just gargantuan size is larger.
Does it seem like the Team Fortress audience has diminished?
In terms of the audience that actually watches Team Fortress 2 content, it is surprisingly resilient.
Okay.
But it's a resilient lower number. In terms of actual player count for the game, it's definitely been having a downward trend. I think we just passed like 100+ days with no community outreach from anything, no updates, nothing like that. So people are starting to kind of...
There's a lifespan for everything, and so it makes sense.
I mean, except for Halo, there's still.
Is that one Halo 2 game still going?
Some say.
Some say
the ping is 70,000.
Well, did you hear about when they finally shut off the Halo 2 servers that they couldn't like kick people off that were still on the servers?
Yeah, as long as you were connected.
So people just.
So there were like 7 people that were on there like weeks after it was supposed to be shut off. Yeah. And it's like just getting matched with each other and like can't turn off your Xbox, can't do anything, or you're permanently gone. Yeah.
That's dedication.
Reminds me of the Wii Shop channel, actually. That got taken down a few months ago. And one guy was just so dedicated, he left his Wii on, and I think he had it going for maybe like 3 or 4 weeks, and then he actually had a power outage, and it turned off, and he lost it. It got a good amount of attention on Reddit, if I'm honest. People were just kind of like, they enjoyed seeing the dream going.
Yeah.
Because it was the last natural way of hearing that catchy music. I don't know if you edit things in after, but if you want to have a little short clip of just the first few seconds of the Wii Shop channel theme. Now that is music for the soul.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Jamie, pull that up!
In transitioning from Team Fortress to Roblox, are you looking at Roblox as maybe like a kind of permanent, like, are you just playing around with Roblox, or is it you looking at fully committing to Roblox for a while?
Well, over the past 6 months or so, I've been kind of seeing the writing on the wall of Team Fortress 2 it's good now, but just not sustainable.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to get trapped in another singular game, because for the majority of the time on my channel, when it was 100% TF2, if I ever tried to play anything that wasn't TF2, not only would engagement be horrendously low, but most of the comment section
would be negative.
They'd just be like, why aren't you playing TF2? So I'm trying to turn into more of a personality versus game focused.
Which is probably the smart way to do it.
And it's just so much more sustainable, because you can comfortably do whatever form of content you want because your viewers are there for you.
Yeah.
As of Roblox, I'm finding it's a pretty good gateway, because especially with having Team Fortress 2 related content on Roblox, it seems to be easing the transition for people. And I'm noticing that when I'm doing videos that aren't related to either TF2 or Roblox, they're getting more engagement than I previously got.
Okay,
so
that's good.
In terms of Roblox being a mainstay, I could see it being a little bit more common on my channel. I mean, just simply due to the numbers, man. It would be silly not to pursue it a little bit. But I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I don't get locked to a single game.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Does it seem like because I mean, the Team Fortress was around and still is around for a very long time.
Oh yeah.
Like it seems like maybe like Fortnite seems like to be one of the big ones, but it seems like maybe that's kind of waning a little bit.
It's definitely losing
starting
steam.
Does it seem, and that was only around for what, like less than 5 years, right?
Fortnite's only been out for maybe a year and a half.
Okay,
maybe?
so much more recent. So does it seem like maybe the transition time to no matter what game, it's going to start like ramping up to being about a year, maybe even less, like to where you need to be, agile enough to be able to jump from game to game and be a personality, like you were saying, more or less over a game?
I think that time is definitely increasing. Like if you look at PewDiePie, the number one YouTuber, period, he found a very good way of jumping from game to more personality. But even he's writing more of the current trends recently. Like he started playing Minecraft again, actually, and it's getting some views. But yeah, I want to try to make sure that I'm not locked to a single game, but having a base plate, which potentially might be Roblox, I think is going to be a clever idea. So a lot of it's ethereal. There's no real guidebook on this. It's just a lot of testing and finding stuff that works. I had a YouTube community manager for a little bit, and he was helpful, but he was very upfront of like a lot of it is just
guesswork.
happenstance.
Yeah. Well, so I guess that's kind of interesting. I never thought about having like a YouTube like manager, somebody who manages that. What is that? I mean, what is that like?
Well, I don't have him anymore.
Sure.
I had him through a network with Fullscreen, actually, and basically they've got a team of people that manage anywhere from 10 to 50 channels. Got it. And they all try to stay, on the relatively same subject, so they can look at what other people are doing and say, "Hey, I've got this information." You've got that network effect, where you can look at it. Everybody can learn from each other. Exactly, and you can bounce ideas off of the person, which is super helpful. So I can be like, "Hey, I'm thinking of doing something like this. What are your thoughts?" And they can be, "That looks good. Go for it." Or, "Here's what I would change based off of the information that I have." I had it when I was first getting my leg stable, so like 10,000 to 50,000 subscribers is about when I was using him the most, and he was definitely good for that starting time, but most of the stuff that he taught me doesn't really need to be retaught. I internalized a lot of the lessons, so I don't feel that it's super necessary anymore. You only have to go through that once, kind of a thing. Exactly. I mean, he was super, super helpful. Absolutely amazing guy. But would you compare it to, like, I kind of follow the music industry stuff because I have another podcast, but it seems like nowadays, or maybe even like 10 years ago, it was very important to get a label. Like that was the goal. Get a record deal with a label, and then that way they can promote you, get you on tour, big tours with big bands, and get your name out there, music videos, and then it seems like in the last 10 years, it's once your name is out there, everybody goes more independent or even on really small labels because now like your name is out there, you have those diehard fans established, and then you can go on, you can do smaller tours and be more more personal, I guess. Is it kind of like that where you got big enough to get noticed by the group, and then you learned as much as you could, absorbed everything, got, maybe get your name out there, and then, now can move on to be more independent? Is that kind of a similar? I would say it's pretty darn similar. Yeah. I mean, they were definitely beneficial in providing a little bit of a stepping stone, even if it was just based off of experience. Yeah. But you learn a lot. Yeah. But once you have a semi-dedicated fan base going, as long as you know somewhat what you're doing, which now I do thanks to the community guy, once you have that sort of knowledge base, they're not super necessary anymore. Once you have your dedicated fan base, it's pretty easy to go from there, which is what I'm working on right now. So are you doing all the social media stuff yourself at this point? I am, yes. How much have you found, like, on social media, like promoting yourself, do you have like a certain like
quota of like I need to post something every week or 3 days, or is there some kind of thing you stick to?
As for social media, I've personally found that it's not a necessity, at least for my focus.
Mm-hmm.
I think for other channel focuses such as like beauty or things like that, that's going to be a little bit more important. But with what I like to stick to, a lot of the content is just on YouTube and everything else is just a bonus. So things like Twitter and such, they're almost a way of being a little bit less filtered. So I can be like, hey, follow my Twitter.
Yeah.
You'll get more personal connections to me.
Right.
And I found that the people that are interested in that immediately flock to it, but the people that aren't interested,
that makes sense.
They just don't have the need or feel.
I know from what I've seen for in terms of podcasting, there's like the podcast Reddit where the advice, there's a lot of people who are like, the advice is like, I post every single day. I post something. It doesn't matter what it is, but I post something every day. And for me, on the, if I'm following somebody's side, if I saw somebody posting something every single day, and especially if it was not personal, if it was just me, some of them promoting their own show, like, oh, hey, here's a throwback to our 10th episode or whatever, I would unfollow that pretty quick. So I'm trying to find that right balance of like, I want to make sure and be active on social media for the brand, but not just every day I'm posting something.
From all the information that I've seen, forcing content out day to day, in my opinion, is detrimental.
Yeah.
I found that when I tweet less frequently, I seem to get more engagement, almost because they're viewed as more. It sounds a little egotistic, but the tweets are viewed more as an event.
It's more valuable.
Exactly.
Yeah. The rarity, kind of thing. Will, did you have looked like you were trying to talk?
Oh, it's not super important, but
trying to chime in with a joke or something.
I follow one of those poster every day. Here's a throwback to my old post, like it. One of those guys. Our buddy Alex Ash.
Okay,
is one of those. So
does that annoy you that he posts that much?
And I would unfollow him if it wasn't an inside joke of ours.
If it wasn't a gimmick, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense.
But yeah, for you handling your social media, I mean, whereabouts are you posting? Are you covering Twitter or Instagram?
Right now, we have a Facebook and we have a Twitter, and that's where I use the service buffer to queue stuff up, so I can either just I have like twice a week I have like slots where if I have something in the queue, it drops it in, but then I can also schedule specific days.
Yeah.
I haven't been on Instagram. For me, and I know a lot of people, I know Instagram is like the big one that's like, everyone says you need to be on Instagram, even if you're not, like we're a completely audio podcast. The only visuals I have would be like our episode artwork. And I just feel like we wouldn't be contributing much. I'm already, I know it's also bad, like a no to post the same thing on multiple, like the exact same post on Facebook as Twitter. I've seen that, like, you shouldn't do that, but I don't have enough content that I need to, going to customize for both. And it doesn't, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to I already have enough websites that I have, like, I'm managing passwords and email logins for, and like, I need to check these things. So I just don't want to set up something and then abandon it.
Yeah.
It just, graveyard.
I think that's absolutely the right way to go. And I'm kind of on the same page with Instagram. It kind of breaks the professionalism, but I don't get Instagram. I've tried a few times.
I mean, I use it personally. I follow everybody else in this room, and other people, because it also depends. Like, there are certain like celebrities or famous people that I'm interested in. They're some of them are very, Twitter is their thing. Some of them it's Instagram.
You guys blocked him on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was following him. I mean, he never posts.
I post sometimes. Yeah, but I also don't post super often.
Uh-oh.
Ethan broke his mic. He needs to make some adjustments. Or Ethan, just don't talk. So while you make those adjustments,
I only have an Instagram
yeah,
to follow Arthur, and
in person, you're
yeah,
following
literally not social media follow, literally follow and record him.
Yeah,
That is my Instagram.
is Archer Watch.
Next week, catch me at the local courthouse filing a restraining order.
Yeah,
That actually gives me a good jumping off point
Yeah.
that I do want to touch on in a second. But on the last final note,
yeah,
definitely don't spread yourself too thin. Even if people don't cognizantly realize it, a lot of people can pick up on stuff like that. It's subtle. They'll, as Will said, like you can feel it, the annoyance of it. And just, if you feel like you've got something working and you're not overexerting yourself, roll with it, because it does come off to people as like, oh, this person is posting when they feel that they want to versus
Yeah.
feeling forced to.
yeah. Actually, last week I ran. I made a question on Facebook. I asked a question on Facebook, and then on Twitter I actually made it a poll because you can do that. But it was basically me just saying, hey, like I feel like I need to post more on social media for the and this is as the account, the brand account, and I think it's like should I be posting more original content? Is this, or more content, the same amount, or are repeat posts okay? And at the end of the poll, it was exactly 33%, 33%, like a three-way tie. And it's like,
Oh,
okay,
man.
I this tells me nothing. So so I don't know, maybe I just need better followers or what. But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, just purge all the followers.
Start over.
Start from scratch.
Yeah, that's a good way to handle it. But no, yeah, that's
Put out a thing. Do you want to continue following? Do you want to get blocked?
yeah. So I guess my stance on is I want to be the brand that I would personally want to follow.
Yeah.
Like that's how I would want to run.
I want to
it,
be
so.
a brand.
Right. And I also when I'm posting on the brand account, if it's a post of like, hey, our new episode, because it's myself and one other guy, but I'm the one who does most of the, if not all the posting.
Oh, throwing some shade there.
Yeah, he's aware. But I make sure that if I'm giving, like, I do the post of like, hey, our new episode is out, but if it's a more of a, hey, I just listened to this album, I think it's really good, I want more people to know about it, I'll at the very end I'll put like dash Tyler or dash T, so that way it's very clear that it's who's behind the keyboard if I'm giving like an I statement.
I don't have a whole lot of experience in that realm, but
because it's just you.
Yeah, because I'm
you.
trying to go for a personality more than a brand, so
Right.
it's very much so.
All
if you're coming,
all your posts are you.
exactly. But what I've seen people do to do what you're doing, at least on Twitter, they'll post the message they want to post from their own Twitter, and then have the brand account retweet it or.
Yeah,
such.
which I know that because I definitely in like the description for the brand Twitter, it has both of our Twitter accounts.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure I've gotten multiple followers to my personal account that I'm pretty sure it probably came from the, and I have done some retweets. I also want to be careful about like, I don't want to just retweet I don't want to like tweet something and then go open an incognito window, log into the other account, and then retweet myself.
Sure, you want to be selective with what you're doing.
So I try not to do that too much.
Really?
So relatable.
Speaking of the microphone,
Hey, Ethan.
So relatable.
that's
Okay.
actually what I do. Is I sign into like 20 alt accounts so I can retweet and like and.
Is that not what you guys? All of my subscribers are myself. I just
Oh.
that's my whole day job. Just new window, new account.
It's all you and then one of me.
The bonus is you got all those emails. You can sign up for free trials on Netflix.
All
you
those,
know?
yeah, those,
Never had to pay for Netflix in my life. It's wonderful. To total subject
yeah,
jump.
we can totally change it.
Based off of what Archer said, I have officially received my first jury duty,
Oh,
Ooh,
which will be in 2 or 3 months, and I'm
that far out? Wow. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
mid-August.
Okay.
they really want you to be dreading for months on end.
See, that's the thing. I'm kind of excited for it. I imagine it's not going to be quite as exciting as all the media shows it to be, but I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, I'm kind of excited to experience this, even if it's a totally mundane case. I don't know. I've got this little excitement.
Yeah.
You're how old?
How old?
Yeah, how
How old?
How old?
I am 20.
Okay. I'm a few years older than you. I've never been asked. I've actively looked on how to get jury duty.
I don't think there's a way.
I think it's totally random.
The conclusion of my research. I'm actually a little jealous because I have the same opinion that you do on this.
I'm intrigued.
So I'm 32. I have gotten the letter that says, "Hey, we're probably going to call you next, on this date, but check on the website to see if we actually want you to come in or not." And I think I've gotten that like 3 or 4 times over the years, and it's always been a website thing of, "We don't need you. Thank you for your service."
Oh man, seriously?
I've never had to physically go down to the building.
I've already had to go in physically.
Yeah.
I almost got put on a case, but I don't think they liked me, so they kicked me off.
Well, you just got to answer if you don't want to be on it, you got to answer the worst way of their questions.
I don't know. It depends on from what I've read, because I've started doing research. Like, oh man, if I have to go in next week, I want to be ready. But like, there's a lot of things of like, say about jury nullification, but then like don't say that because they know about that. Like there's like
it's around like a triple game now.
Yeah, it's like a back and forth thing now. I mean, I think
like
just in
veteran
general,
detectors or detective type people who are like, no.
It's like if you are going to say
I've
like
seen this before.
like because they'll ask, are you related to anyone in law enforcement? And if you say yes, you make sure to have like an answer queued up of like, who is that?
President.
Mr. Policeman.
My father.
Sheriff of Oatsville.
Throwback. I don't know. Has anybody else actually gone into court and like been in the jury box? Just me?
Ethan has not. Arthur, have you
no,
ever?
I haven't. I ignore any jury.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're all in Ukrainian. He still gets them sent. His American address.
Can't get me if I can't read them.
So I was in there and they were doing the interrogation thing to see if they wanted me on the jury or not. And every time I started speaking, I could hear the typist lady doing what I'm saying, and I'd freak out and pause, and she would pause. And then I would try to start speaking again, and she would start typing again, and I would pause, and she would pause. And it was very uncomfortable for me.
It sounds like it's almost like if you listen to yourself in headphones with a delay.
The voice jammers, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's just like you have to just like put it out of your head.
We could do that. We can make that a bit. Everyone.
It wouldn't sound good to listeners.
On jury duty.
Well, I don't know. It could. If we're just getting your real life voice to see how you stumble over words, I would love to see that.
Because it's night and day. You'll get 2 words in and
I've
then
got a
delay
Bluetooth headset if you want to get an app going.
Maybe we queue it up for after the intermission.
Oh, and I've got headphones on me for my phone.
Boom.
We're a resourceful bunch. Let's make it happen.
But yeah, so okay. We don't have to keep grilling. I guess I've been grilling Max on.
Yeah.
Nobody. There's like no. How do you get your followers? How do you do this?
I mean, on a total side note, I think we should hang out more outside of the podcast, just in general.
I guess for me, I'm not necessarily trying to latch on to like, oh, someone has some success, I want to latch on to that. It's more of just like I don't have anybody in person that is online doing these kinds of things. So it's just more of a, it's like,
you have me.
What I do. Yeah. How's Cruising Craigslist doing?
Pretty good. We had our highest viewed video ever.
How many was that?
It was actually 112.
Okay.
Which is good for us.
What are you?
See, I'm not allowed to say that.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'm not allowed to ask those questions that you just asked. That comes off like.
Oh, okay. I thought there was what? There's like YouTube police, like they'll track you down, like
You're discussing view counts.
Here's how much money I've made.
Once you get the plaque, you can't. There's certain things you can't ask anymore. No. So, okay. Well, what are you doing to promote your brand?
Pretty much. The only real promotion I can do is just share it with my friends and family on Facebook. That's the only thing I know about.
You do no metadata or no tagging.
I don't know, and you keep saying that.
I don't know either. I just know that should that helps.
Like almost every episode, you're like, I'm gonna research it.
I did, and I know we have to do it.
Max, you were nodding vigorously. What is he talking about?
I imagine you guys are talking about YouTube video tags, right? Just the tags at the bottom. They're subtle, but they help. Trust me. It's best.
Ethan,
see, I just figure maybe since we use all my setup and I edit and I make the thumbnail and I post the video.
You're on my camera.
You're renting Ethan for his personality. That was very clear in the contract.
I know what I'm being used.
He's on camera talent, and that's all you can expect.
Oh man,
I
like the alliteration.
Real quick, how many tags do you run?
I try to do as many as I can until they don't let me do any more.
How many is that?
I think it's a character count rather than a tag count of like 500 characters.
Oh God.
And like it's once you get a rhythm down, it's actually kind of fun to come through and be like, now what's the bare most applicable thing I can do? So like, and a lot of the times I very subtly trend surf. So for instance, the Banjo-Kazooie thing for Smash just got announced.
Yeah.
So on one of my more recent videos, I used a Banjo-Kazooie song. And then in the tags, it's very okay if you do like Banjo-Kazooie.
Is there if you if you abuse that, how can
they do crack down on it?
Is that from just viewers like being like, oh, I don't like in the comments, or is it a YouTube level thing of, hey, you need you tagged at this, show us your reference?
YouTube doesn't actively look for it, but if someone does report you and they take a look, if you're doing a Minecraft video and you're putting like Fortnite funniest moments or things like that, they do crack down on you a little. I think you just get a community strike which lasts for 3 months, but they're pretty lenient. So like the Banjo-Kazooie thing, they're totally okay with, because
you actually had
as long as it's applicable even by a thread.
Sure,
it's pretty
but
okay.
Yeah, as long as there's some kind of like you said, thread.
Mm-hmm. But there are some people there's a person in the Team Fortress 2 community who will they'll basically try to say a joke that references another YouTuber, and then in the tag section they do tag after tag, and that is allowed but very frowned upon.
It's more frowned upon.
Logan Paul and Jake Paul suck. Go ahead and put
that in the title. Hang on, I gotta take a note.
Joe Rogan.
Hey Jamie.
Are there other YouTubers that you, not necessarily you personally go are interested in follow, but more of, oh, this big channel is doing this, I should look at that? Are there people that are like milestone markers for you in your brand?
Milestones may be too strong a word, but of the YouTubers that I watch and look up to, I mean, I base my stuff somewhat around it. You kind of get inspiration of like, I think what this person did was very funny. I wonder if I can get a similar style in that. But in terms of intricate stuff like tags and such, generally I don't go that deep. A lot of it's more personal. For what we're doing, it's a music reviewing kind of podcast where we talk about track by track on albums and stuff. And I intentionally don't listen to, I try not to listen to anybody else, any other podcast that's doing music review type stuff that we do, because we have a good streamlined banter between my co-host and I definitely don't want to listen to anybody else who's doing the same like artist or band or or album, because it's like, I'm just gonna, if I listen to this, then I'm just going to parrot out what they said at a certain point without even realizing it. So I shun somebody else who's covering the same content. Interesting. I mean, I'd personally recommend of doing it post-recording. Yeah, just because do that. Seeing what other people are doing it can be really, really good, even if it's just something super simple. Just if you find something that someone else has done that works, don't necessarily copy it, but you can look at it and be like, oh, that seems interesting. Maybe I should do that. I mean, there's also a difference between like style. Like I have like style criticisms of like, I guess, I mean, we do our show the way we do it, and other people do their show. They approach the music,
they do things differently because that's their choice of how they want to do it. But then a lot of times it's my biggest criticisms with a lot of it is like, put the mic closer to your mouth. Stop talking while you have music playing underneath it. I know you're referencing the song you're talking about, but I can't. With both of those things happening, I can't hear what you're saying. I have like those kind of criticisms. So I don't know. I don't know if podcasts are different in that, but
I mean,
it might be more variety in terms of what people are doing for podcasts. With what I've seen on video game YouTube channels, it's very. There's a mold that seems like most people are following.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're self-critical and make sure that you're not falling into any pitfalls, it's probably good. Yeah. I feel like you and I have been talking for about 90% of this episode.
Yeah.
Do you want to open up the floor to more?
Does anybody else have any questions?
No questions.
So let's go back to talking about my YouTube for a little bit more.
Yeah, let's keep talking about your stuff.
I thought someone else would interject there. I really didn't plan that far ahead.
That does not how that's not how this works. Well, do we want to do a? I've got a couple "Am I the Assholes" queued up. If we want to do that,
yeah, I had to dip out early last time. I'm very interested.
Yeah. So, if you're not familiar, Reddit has a whole section where people make a post and say, "Hey, I was in this situation. I did this thing. Am I an asshole for making that choice?" And then everybody on the internet judges. But basically, we just read other people's stuff out. So let me find this one I thought was pretty good. Okay. Am I the asshole for getting my handicapped neighbor's car towed?
All right. Well, based off of the title, there's a little bit of like the asshole meter's at maybe 15-20%, but let's get more context.
Well, I think
it
would have been much funnier if you just put a boot on their car so their car is now handicapped as well.
Oh, so the car is handicapped. Okay.
Here's what you do, though. You put the key to the boot on top of the car. And you just have
stairs.
You have a little sticky note saying, like, good luck.
Guys, they're just deaf.
Wait, you should be driving if you're deaf.
Yeah, you can.
You're not supposed, look,
somebody honks
you're
at
not
you.
supposed to have two
You're not
earbuds
supposed
in.
to be drunk while driving either, but people do it.
I'm going to make sure and leave well after Archer leaves tonight.
I'm just going to call an Uber back.
Can you pour another one?
Do you want the same amount of gin in your wine as Will, or?
Oh yeah, I have gin in my wine, and it is not good.
Can I try it?
Yeah,
My name is Will.
and I'm not an alcoholic.
Okay, so I'm gonna condense.
Yeah, more details.
I'm gonna condense the post a little bit because there's like 4.
Ethan tried the gin and wine.
Yeah.
Gin and juice, so to speak.
Not good.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna. He's got like 7 or 8 paragraphs of various sizes, but I will condense it down as much as I can without omitting. Basically, he had new neighbors move in. He says that they looked fine, except they seemed, quote, spoiled. For example, when the moving truck came, Mrs. New Neighbor was complaining about a parked car because it was near her driveway and may bother the movers while they got the stuff off the truck. So she was saying that she was going to complain about that car and report it as abandoned so it would get towed. Luckily, that did not happen. Apparently she suffers some kind of leg injury and limps a little bit and is enough to be considered handicapped by traffic laws. And a month after she moved in, I noticed a street sign that had that the driveway between my house and hers was reserved for her car, and stated the license plate number. And then just a quick aside, there's a little research in the comments. The country they live, you can call the city and say, hey, I would like a designated handicap space for my handicap. You can have those kind of things reserved, and only the car that is on the license plate is allowed to park there. So it is a legal thing. They didn't just put up their own sign and say, screw you guys.
Reminds me of the Ron Swanson thing of like, I can do what I want.
Yeah, I can do what I want. So they're taking up a space. The sign. So later the last week, he saw her car with the plates matching the street sign parked in the driveway, not in her reserved spot. Well, the spot was free, so the spot was free. and then he looked back, and there's another car in the reserve spot, and it was a different car for that family. So, or, it was either her husband or a guest. But there was still space in the driveway, even though not in the. So the poster snapped and called a towing truck and reported an illegally parked car in a handicapped space. And later that day, the car was towed. Is he the asshole for getting her car or her guest car towed?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where this is, but in California, the owner of the space or the property has to be there for the thing to be towed. Someone can't just call, like, let's say I passed by a parking lot and there's a car parked in a handicapped spot or in a reserved spot. I can't, as a third party, just be like, hey, they're
I want this spot.
Yeah, like the owner has to be there.
Well, I think there's like a process of like, this car's abandoned. It has to sit. They come out and like put a tag on it, and then it sits there for another day.
So you're saying that car was there for...
Not in this situation, but I know in California, if I've seen cars in the neighborhood, and it was totally a side thing. There was a car that sat there in the neighborhood in like this like neutral space between neighborhoods for like a week. And then as soon as that little green tag got slapped on it where somebody reported it, as soon as that happened, wheels were gone. The next, one night the wheels were gone. The next night the window was broken. Then, it was just like a progressive thing. And like, it was like 2 nights or something. And then the car itself was gone. I assume towed.
That would be an asshole move. Just go around slapping stickers on cars.
Abandoned, yeah. Like, but it's basically a notice that says, "Hey, we're going to tow." Is this legitimately abandoned?
If you own this, you should come get it.
Yeah.
I'm
curious what the parking situation is over there. Like, is the area choked for parking spots?
I'm not sure. It seemed like it might be maybe not necessarily like it's not like it's San Francisco where parking is always at a premium, but maybe, you'd like to park near your house. Depending, some neighborhoods are just packed a little bit.
Well, for the guy that called it in, I think if he was actively being denied space that he needed,
which it sounds like this designated handicap space is on the street. So it used to be a free-for-all place, and now is a only her car space. So it does restrict.
She's not using directly,
and she basically just parked right next to that space in her driveway, actively not using it.
That's a proper head scratcher. Usually these ones are very much so like instantly.
Yes, no, and I try. That's what I do. The ones that are very obvious, yes, asshole or no asshole. I try and not use those because it's not interesting.
Yes, asshole.
He is an asshole. Why is
calling a tow truck your first intervention? Like, I don't understand I understand it, but I have an issue with my neighbors are doing something. So the most appropriate intervention is to contact third parties to tow cars instead of walk across the street. Be like, hey, this is an issue for me.
You think it shouldn't have been the first step, or really a step at all?
Right. I mean, like, 4-year-olds get told all the time, "Do you have a problem? Go talk to them. I don't want to hear about it."
Yeah. I get that, but I don't know. There's a certain amount of, I guess, I understand giving them the chance. Yeah, don't put that mic away. I have follow-ups.
We're still talking to you, bud.
Yeah, buddy. But there's also, like, how many times are you going to do that? I mean, in the situation
twice.
Twice. Okay.
I would do it twice, but like I once.
Okay.
Once.
Can I actually reminds me, I have a real life, like I have my own Am I the Asshole
here
thing.
we go.
I don't think it's worthy enough to post on Reddit, but I'll submit it to the podcast.
It's not good enough for Reddit, so we're bringing it to the podcast.
You're the asshole.
I don't think I am. Okay. So
real quick, I'm gonna say they're not the asshole. It's hilarious.
I think
keep up the good work.
I think for this person's situation, for this poster, I don't think they're the asshole. I think they're just following the rule, like, following the letter of the law.
I don't know.
I mean, it
feels very like neighborhood watch but like homeowners association
Sure.
where it's like, I just want to have different blinds, but I don't know.
Okay.
I hate to cement this right down the middle, but I'm going to personally go with not enough information. Also because I just don't have the experience of needing parking spaces. It's just not something I've reached in my life yet. So I don't think I have the experience and or information to make a proper asshole/not asshole claim. Claim.
All right.
But I'm very interested in yours.
So my personal story. My backyard, on the back side, so our yards are back to back or whatever. We share a fence, and the fence that we had when we bought the house, it was really old. It was, we did the home inspection, and they're like, yeah, give it in like 2 years, you're going to want to replace this fence. So fast forward 8 years or 9 years, we finally decided to replace the fence, and especially because it's fallen over, but especially are the neighbors that are right behind us. They have 2 pit bulls. They I guess are just super lonely and decided they want to come over into my yard and play with my dogs. So, they were digging / chewing the fence to get through, and they got through a couple times. So we replaced the fence, and we paid for it all completely. In California, I looked it up. You're legally, if you're going to replace the fence, legally you can do the fence and then send your neighbor a bill for half. Like, it's supposed to be half, which is I think is an asshole thing to do. Of like, oh yeah, we chose to replace the fence. We chose everything. You have to pay for half. Thanks, bye.
Sure, because it's somewhat non-consensual.
Sure. But so we didn't have them pay for any of the neighbors pay for anything. We did let them know beforehand, hey, just we're replacing the fence. But so we got a new fence in, and then the dogs started chewing and digging again. And I went in and replaced a couple of the boards, and, kind of had a conversation over the fence. Like, hey, make sure, it was just a brief, like, hey, can you try and block something off with your dogs, and can you make sure they're aware of it. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll take care of it. We'll put something up. They would put something up, and then like the dogs would knock over the boards that they put up on their side that leaned against the fence or whatever. And so it kept happening. And it happened again to where both the dogs got into my yard again. And it was like Monday morning, oh crap, the neighbor's dogs are in our yard. And so, but eventually, they were able to call their own dogs back under the fence, and that happened. And it was just like, what are we supposed to do? Because now there's like 3 or 4 more boards that we have to go buy and then put back up, and they're just going through boards, and they're not really addressing the problem, because there's nothing that we can do on my side. So I did a little bit of Googling. A lot of the people in similar situations, the comments on their requests were very not helpful. It was like, well, you can put up a big piece of metal, you can reinforce it here, you can put down concrete. Like, no, I'm not going to make my yard into a prison wall, because
it feels very reactive.
Yeah, and it's not addressing the problem. Yeah. So, but one of the things, if for California, you call your animal control, and they, and you're supposed to report it. Even if they got into your yard and then got back out, you want to make a report so it's on the records. So I made the call, that evening when I got home from work, and the person was like, okay, yeah, they figured out what the address was, and they're like, yeah, so what we'll do is we'll send over, we'll have somebody over to do like a wellness check kind of a thing. And they're just going to check to make sure that the dogs are, that, they're in a safe situation, and that they are, they're registered and spayed and neutered and all that stuff. And it's like, oh, okay. And the day after that, I haven't, and it's been a few weeks ago, I have not seen those dogs again.
Have you heard the dogs?
Nope.
Oh boy.
Then these dogs were like all the time outdoor dogs. Like, there's like sometimes in the winter when it would get kind of cold, I would hear them whining and crying a little bit. Like, I don't think that these dogs were well taken care of.
Is it?
Yeah, but
I would have
to
not have your dogs spayed or neutered.
I think that unless you are like a breeder, then
I need to make some phone calls.
I think you're supposed to have those.
Okay.
Same rules are going to apply to your kids in like 20 years.
Oh, good. We finally cut back on.
Ethan with the eugenics.
It's not my idea. It's not my plan. It's just my prediction.
But so I guess I don't know if I would have made the call knowing that they would have done like a wellness check thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I probably might have still done it, but
They put down those dogs.
am
Tyler.
I the asshole? Yeah, I mean at this point they're probably. I'm hoping that they got sent to a shelter. Some
They're on
little
a
girl.
farm, bud. They're on a farm.
Yeah,
Run 'em like
in Ohio.
On a farm in Korea.
In Korea.
Getting ready.
They're on a plate. If they went to Korea, they're on a plate.
Well, I can say, I don't think you're an asshole, but here's what you should have done.
Okay.
Is you should have pulled a couple boards back, wait for them to get excited, rush in. You grab both of the dogs, put them in your car, drive them like into the next neighborhood over, drop them off, and you're good.
I see. I think that opens up a very new line of questioning.
Huh?
What? I did. I mean, there were people like on comments of other people having similar situations. People who, the advice was, well, you could just, when next time they get into your yard, you accidentally leave your fence gate open. And, they got into my yard, but then my gate was open and they got out.
You accidentally leave your shotgun out and shoot them.
You tripped over.
I think leaving the gate open to purposefully let them escape, then that goes into asshole territory. But I think solely...
I mean,
just the phrase going into asshole territory.
All right,
I stand by the words. But I think solely based off of you saying, had you known what would happen, you wouldn't have done it.
I might have. I don't know what I would have done if I had known, if I knew what the consequences were. I was very frustrated and upset. And
what did you think worst case scenario was when you called?
I thought it was just going to be a report that would be on the file. And I thought that, I assumed the bureaucracy would be much thicker to where it's like...
You can make a call.
Many a Soviet citizen has said the same thing. I just wanted to teach my granddaughter a lesson. Now she's in Siberia.
I mean, you always see stuff where it's like, oh yeah, there's somebody broke into my car while I was sitting in front of my house, and I called the cops, and they're like, we're too busy, to handle that.
Well,
to
they're
come
working
down.
on all the dogs.
They must be. So I just assumed that it would be a similar situation where, at least all I'm doing is I'm making a legal report. At this day, this happened. I can reference this. Here's all my case numbers.
Yeah, if something escalates, you have something.
I have,
to rely on.
I can say, it's been happening. I've been trying to deal with it. Here's all the proof. So I just assumed that's what I thought was going to happen. That's what I thought I was doing.
And just to clarify, did you reach out to the owners of those dogs before making that call?
Not before making that call, but in the past, like I had to. There was one time where one of the dogs got through because she was smaller, but I walked her around the block to their house and had a conversation through their video doorbell because they weren't home. So I just put it ended up just me putting the dog in their backyard and piling rocks on my side.
Did you put the dog on your scooter?
We've had multiple interactions about the fence, and so they're aware of everything.
You should post this on Reddit. That's my official.
Well, I mean, at this point, there's nothing I can do. It's not like I don't feel.
I'm just gonna
It's a
post it
postmortem.
and take credit.
Okay, sure. I'm okay with that.
Well, because it's a head scratcher, right? So it's actually the best candidate for a post.
I guess.
Just get a TLDR.
Oh, head scratchers are nice. Those dogs.
Just put a link to this part of the podcast up on Reddit.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what.
And
Joe
boom,
Rogan.
impressions right there.
Fortnite.
Hashtag Fortnite, a hashtag. But so I guess
Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie.
Dogs, safe dogs, endangered dogs,
In danger.
dog protective services. Accident?
Cats,
Question mark.
I left my gate open.
How are my tags, Max?
You're getting there. You're
Well,
getting
they
there.
are
I
all
appreciate it.
references.
Spay
so.
and neuter.
Oh, Bob Barker.
Children.
A Barker, yeah.
Price is right.
Yes,
We're
he
gonna get
used
Drew
tags
Carey.
to jump off into other tags.
Controversial. Top 10. You wouldn't believe.
Dog number 2 will shock you.
Will shock you.
Makeup tutorial.
Well, there you go. Testing makeup on animals, dogs. You get there.
Let's
There we
play.
go.
Okay. Roblox.
PewDiePie.
I'm certain he's had a dog at some point.
Our keyword score is off the chain.
And if you got PewDiePie, then you can say T-Series.
Oh no. You got all of India there now.
Oh,
Then you go global. We've got tags cracked. We got it,
I got
guys.
it. All right, good game, everybody.
Mission accomplished. Got gift.
India, here we come.
Oh.
Here's your title. You're welcome.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, do we want to do another one?
Oh man, I've got to be honest. Not to take control, but
Yeah.
I really enjoy the Urban Dictionary guessword stuff. I
Okay,
really
do you
enjoy
wanna,
that.
Do you want to jump into that?
We're actually all out of slang.
You've covered them all.
Covered them all.
All right. Okay.
Philadelphia steamer all the way to the other keyword that doesn't come to mind.
Yeah, let's keep expanding our keywords with this. All right, so this is Tyler's very classy culture corner : random Urban Dictionary. I have 3 words that I've looked up on Urban Dictionary, and I will say what the word is, and everybody else will try and guess what the definition is. There's points. It's mostly arbitrary. It's fun, I think. Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Okay. All right. So first word. First word is ding. D-I.
Can you use it in a sentence?
D-I-N-G. No. That's the whole point.
Can you give us the Urban Dictionary?
Yeah,
'Cause
okay.
Usually those are pretty garbage.
I'm going to go with, like, you got dinged, like you got in trouble, like maybe you were speeding, and then the cop dinged you for speeding.
Okay.
It's
Something
the
like
technical term for a grinder notification.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be a dong?
Shoot.
That's the second half.
That's the whole point. You get a ding, you open it, it's a dong.
Ding is when you get the message. Dong is when you close the deal. That's a ding dong.
Boom. Sponsored by Grindr.
Hey, when you leave, it's a ding-dong ditch.
If Ethan gets the point, I want like 0.5 for piggybacking because I think it's genius. But I do have my own answer.
Yeah.
That I'm still thinking of.
Gotta pick
Okay.
one,
But I
Max.
just wanted to get that in.
Archer, do you have an answer that you've thought of?
Yeah, I was thinking of a hit. Yeah, like if you open your door and it dings the car next to you,
Oh, okay.
and then you scratch it to make it blend in.
Well, you want to leave your personal information.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the only way.
Scratched on the hood
I
of
don't
their
have
car.
a note or a pencil.
Who carries paper and pencils
Yeah.
these days? And
All
I'm
right.
not going to leave my phone. That'd be good.
Just taped to the window.
Please return my phone. That'd be an interesting requirement.
I'd like to report a stolen phone.
Yeah.
He hit my car. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You have my phone.
You are in possession of stolen property, which is a problem.
That's going to be a ding on your federal record.
Full circle. All right, Max, do you have a definition?
Well, I'm going to take it a little off the beaten path because I think we've got some pretty literal things here.
Okay.
Save Ethan. I think I'm going to go for like slang of it ain't no ding chicken wing, get some sort of rhyming going on there.
Okay.
I think I'm going to lock the answer.
Ding!
There's the ding.
Did you just ding my shelf?
I may have.
Okay,
however-
scratch your phone number into the cabinet and I'll give you a call.
All right. None of those answers are correct.
Ding it.
Dang it, indeed. I'm kind of surprised that Max, you didn't get this. A phrase commonly used in online RPGs to signify gaining one level of experience.
Oh
The
man!
Warcraft
What?
days?
I am disappointed in
Back
myself.
do you ever play World of Warcraft?
No.
When you leveled up and you type in the chat "ding" and everyone go "oh yay" because that's everybody needed that.
I don't need congratulations from people around me.
Okay, because
Call of Duty.
okay, I was going to give you the arbitrary point, but because of your snark, it's going to Archer for his.
For
Well,
being here.
I just got acknowledged for my snarkiness. There was actually a point change for that, so
Okay.
I think I just gained a point in snark. Ding.
Oh shit! That was the look.
How many points for using it in the proper context?
I gotta take like negative
No
0.5
take
for
backs.
that.
No
On me
take
missing.
back to the point.
All right. Okay. Next word. Sketty. Sketti.
Yeti into scat. I mean, wait, scat the music. Boopity bop, boopity bop, bop, bop.
Poop poop. All right, anybody?
Sketty.
I'm gonna take charge here, if I may.
Yeah. You're good.
I have to assume it's the most literal. It's the simplistic form of saying spaghetti.
Dang it, I was about to
I know. I saw it in your
can-
eyes.
I don't
I was-
piggyback.
It's in the same vein. I was thinking it's like spaghetti, but there's some sort of alternative to the pasta, like seaweed
Ooh.
or like cucumber or squash. It's like sketty.
Definitely some homemade like variant of like it's not spaghetti, it's maschetti.
Mom's
Dash
sketty.
Well, that's a good guess, but the actual definition, because I know,
Off the top of
sketty is it's a slang used during rap. You know how there's like skirt. It's sketty.
And episode title. Arthur, do you
Yeah, I
have-
think it's tied to Yeti.
Okay.
I don't know how you would tie it to Yeti. Maybe
Like
a
skates?
skating Yeti. Skating Yeti, yeah.
Okay.
With the sunglasses and a
Of course.
skateboard.
Or like a skirting yeti.
Maybe in the remix.
like maybe like when there's like the wallet with the chain.
Yeah. Yeah. One of all the cool
All the
90s
cool-
things.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Early
ice
2000s.
skates.
Like a Go-Gurt.
Okay.
You remember Go-Gurt?
Yeah, I remember Go-Gurt.
Remember that when you think of the points.
All right. All right. Max is correct. It is the shortened, slang for spaghetti. So Max gets 2 points. Arthur has 1 arbitrary point. I will give Will an arbitrary point for his vocal performance.
So what am I at? 1.5? Because I'm still ashamed of that first one.
I mean, I didn't give you any 0.5s.
I was thinking negative 0.5 for missing it.
Oh well, no, you're fine. If there were negatives in this game,
you're
every game would be
willing to
0.
remove his point. I think he's asking.
I mean, if
Tyler,
if you're giving me the non-negative, I'll take it.
I didn't give.
don't deny him a ding.
Can we dong Ethan for his interruptions?
You guys got to keep up this. I'm just gonna ditch.
We broke Ethan.
All right.
All right, are we sketty for the next point?
All right. Next word: biscuit butt.
Fuck, were you working on this for 6 hours last night?
Biscuit butt, you said?
Biscuit butt.
Like a fat butt.
Like a biscuit, like you would eat.
I'm gonna
and then
take it
Basically,
one
like,
further.
You eat a lot of biscuits, like cookies, right? Like the British
Okay.
biscuits.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it one
Cookies.
further, if I may.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's a particularly fat butt because it's doughy. It's easy to knead in your hands. I'm going to...
The visual.
I did... For those of you listening, I had a proper hand motion and everything. Like honkas, but slower.
Okay.
I can confirm.
Obvious butt inserts, but they're not surgical inserts. They're like the underwear.
Like it's padding.
But yeah, and it's like obvious that there's this just like addition. It's like, oh, he's got a
Like it's like they're
Biscuit
square or
butt.
triangle shaped.
yeah, or it's too small, and it just looks like you have like
Okay.
hard yarmulkes, 2 of them in your pants.
Where are you seeing these? Out of curiosity.
My gym for a while.
Interesting.
All right.
Well, I think it's a little more
Not
literal.
A joke. That's where I'm getting this definition from. Because the image of this person popped in my head. I'm like, that I would call that a biscuit butt. Yeah.
I'm going to say it's a little more literal. You have like a whole 3-course meal that is the body, and it's all topped off with biscuits in the shape of butt.
Like, is this like a statue or an art piece that is made out of food? to
Oh yeah,
resemble
it could
human?
be, anything like that,
Okay.
You got like some mashed potatoes that make the legs
Mhm.
and some gravy right there right at the top right below the biscuits.
Trickling down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe-
I've got to ask for clarification here. I'm still not certain if you're talking about proper food or just really
Will,
good
if you-
euphemism.
Can you stand up and show
Yes.
us what part of you is what food?
No, please don't. All right.
So like some turkey or chicken breasts in the chest area.
Arthur, sorry, did you? I can't remember now. What did you?
It was just like a fat butt.
Okay, just checking. All right. Yeah. So biscuit butt is a small but lifted butt. So it would be like
Opposite.
cute, or it also says cute or in shape. Cute and in shape.
Oh, yeah, it's the opposite of what I.
So I'll give Ethan.
So you want one?
I'm gonna
Yes.
give Ethan a point for his
I want one.
interesting explanation of his. That it was well done.
I've got to be. I think Will has got to get an arbitrary point. He took me on a magical journey.
You're not in charge.
Tell you what, well, I'll give him max arbitrary points.
Ooh, are those
What's the
redeemable?
conversion rate on that?
They're 1/100th of a point. Of
You
a
need
real
2
point.
points to get to enter the door. Unless it's your first time, you need 2 points in your account to be able to make it onto set.
Boy,
So I
that's
got
tall
mail in
order.
my answers before I'm even
3
allowed in.
points.
We send you an online,
Oh.
online form that you gotta submit.
You'll hear back in 4 to 6 weeks if
Right.
you've even
We
got.
need your neutering information as well, just because with our licensing.
It's all bureaucratic. It's not under.
Exactly.
So
This is the work that I do here.
so that was 3 rounds, and we had Will with 1 point, Ethan with 1 point, Archer with 1 point, and Max with 2 points.
I got a max point though.
Yeah. So okay. So Will is in second place.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Will, but more congratulations to Max for with your one correct answer.
That means he can come back to the show.
That's all you need, baby. One
Sure.
and done.
One and done. So yeah, congratulations.
Boom.
So do we want to wrap things up?
Always wrap it up.
Let Ethan go back to his work. I'm not clapping.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't enjoy clapping. Like if I'm at a
Is he the asshole?
With this new information, I think we've got to rethink our answer.
no,
here.
I'm
Well, is it like a handicap performance?
No, I am because I'm
I-
interrupting him trying to close the show.
I really don't want to. A quick tangent. I really don't want to applaud something just because everybody else in the room is applauding.
Yeah, that's how
Like
Taylor got
one
elected.
person, like 1 or 2 people start clapping, and then everybody else has to join in, or else.
Those are the worst claps where it's
It's
like,
like,
it
I
starts
don't-
out slow and everyone's just like, we gotta,
Yeah.
we gotta.
Yeah.
Other-
Yeah, I'm not going to
feel
clap.
the same way about like standing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, I was just fine sitting, thank you. But now because the people in front of me are standing,
So why do you hate artists?
because they are jerks, and just because they're on a stage does not mean that I should adore them.
Well, you paid to go see them.
But not necessarily. You don't know what situation this
Well, if
scenario
you're
is.
if you're clapping to begin with,
I'm not clapping. That's my
oh, you
my
didn't want
point.
to clap.
I don't
want
wanna
to clap.
clap.
First place.
No.
You don't want to express that you.
I
enjoyed
want
a
my
performance.
expression of joy and adoration to be legitimate.
Yes, in silence.
Why did you sneak into a show for an artist that you hate so much?
You see the beard. I don't think we have to.
I'm seeing this in the context of a funeral. Just everybody standing and Tyler's still sitting and somebody's trying to get in. He just starts it. I didn't know him! Why do I have to stand?
It's a very Larry David.
He dinged my... Sorry, no, we can't.
He just starts clapping at the funeral.
You all have
I'll clap for that.
I'm gonna have to do so much audio editing.
Good
on
luck
this.
syncing this one.
Yeah.
This one's it's what
Just the clap syncs.
jokes that only 4 people will get.
And
the
the
whole-
first 30 minutes of this
The whole thing is production, so yeah.
Sorry. Okay, fine. I won't ask questions that I'm genuinely interested in.
Any last minute keywords you guys want to get in before we wrap the show up?
Oh, well, my RIP section is a bit of a keyword.
That's true.
Okay, is it going to be the YouTuber who just died?
Yeah.
Because that's really
Wait,
important.
there's a YouTuber who died?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Etika.
I mean, I don't want to just like. I feel like the go-to thing would be to ask Max about it, but I don't know. I don't want. That's a
Because
that's a jerk move
he
to
posts
do.
on YouTube, so
Yeah.
they all must know each other.
They're all best friends.
I bet we all look the same to you, don't we? Just a
Jesus
man behind
Christ,
a camera.
Tyler, how disrespectful.
But I've got to be honest, I'm actually pretty knowledgeable on the
yeah,
situation.
but
I didn't
we
want
were
to
gonna ask you. Come on.
I had to be honest. I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, since you brought it up,
Jamie, put that one up.
Man.
well, give me the gist. I just don't know what
I mean,
happened.
yeah.
Did he?
I mean, very brief summary. Person with severe mental illness off themselves about 3 days ago.
I thought it was like today.
That's when they found it.
That's when they found it. I think
okay.
they found the body in a river somewhere in New York, whatever the river is over there.
Hudson Bay.
I'm pretty sure it's Hudson, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong.
We found it.
We don't have that
airstrip.
We don't have that problem here.
Who was the YouTuber?
His name was Etika. He started off big in the Smash community. But his whole thing was being very no filter. Like he would do whatever he wanted. But he had severe bipolar and a lot of mania.
Mm-hmm.
So he would go on these tangents where he would, as mania goes, he would genuinely think that like he's God. That's it. He is the God.
Oh.
Where he would just be so convinced. He would go on and off on that. But over the past few months, it's been a little bit bad. He had a little moment where people don't genuinely know if he got better or if in his mania he was like, "Whoa, I'm manic. I'm going to pretend I'm fine."
Got it.
But then eventually, about 2 weeks ago, it started very degrading, and eventually he went basically dark on all social media, left some cryptic clues and such, and then dipped offline. So thanks for watching Talk and Fail.
Thanks for sticking around towards the end.
R.I.P. God.
Why is that a good segment that I thought of to end it with?
Why do you
RIP?
keep doing it?
I don't know, man. But
Let's just go back to the biscuit
Taxes.
buns. Let's all think of the biscuit buns.
Mm-hmm. The sketties, the dings,
dongs.
and the dongs.
Who do you think's gonna off themselves first?
oh,
Full circle, huh?
I mean, Will or
All right.
I, because he's got this whole pact thing going on. Insensitive, Will.
I think I could help one of us get off.
Well, let's.
Tyler, do your thing.
Goodbye, everybody.
Wonderful being here. Had a wonderful
Yeah,
time.
thank you, Max. For I should probably do that whole thing. Of
So should I send my invoice like in a week? Like
just run it by Artur. He'll handle all that.
I will
Well,
take
figured out.
payment in
All that
terms of
legal.
Taco Bell, specifically a number 9 soft taco, not a hard taco, with either a mango
man,
brisk.
He's just giving us his.
Do you need a pen?
Baja Blast is good, but it's a little overrated. I feel like once you've had it a few
I can't
times.
stand Baja Blast. I love Mountain Dew, but I can't stand Baja Blast.
So we're gonna keep talking for a little bit here because clearly you're wrong.
And don't you dare ever clap for your Baja Blast. 'Cause you don't want to go there.
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe we should have the Baja Blast conversation next time you come on.
Absolutely,
All right.
I'm down for that.
Sounds like a blast.